We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. There is nothing that is off limits. You're going to notice about us that we are not going to eagerly pursue a discussion on things that may be opening pathways or keeping pathways open or adding momentum to unwanted things. While we do understand that step one is an important part of the equation, we'll hear you briefly, but we really would like this gathering to be for you about feeling the momentum of open pipes toward what you want. We would really like this gathering to be a resetting of your vibrational button. We would like you to leave this gathering at a different vibrational frequency than you began with here today. And we are excited about not only how it feels while that's happening, but what comes next and what comes next and what comes next and what comes next. Because there is a certain momentum that will demonstrate itself to you, which will return you, our favorite part, to your understanding of your worthiness, to your understanding of your value. Because there is nothing that makes you feel more worthy than to sift and to decide and then to deliberately align and know that you have, and to feel the satisfaction of that alignment in the moment and moment and moment and moment, and then to witness the demonstration of your alignment. Nothing will make you feel more worthy. Nothing will make you feel more invincible. Nothing will return to you your sense of self-empowerment as much as that. So, expansion is happening. Your own expansion is happening. Not for expansion of the universe are we delighted about your willingness to understand this, but for the deliberateness of capturing your own moment by moment joyous experience. It's supposed to feel good to you. You're supposed to vacillate between something that's really fun and something that's interesting, something that's fascinating, something that calls you. In other words, not one of you said, I'll go forth and I'll be the one who suffers. I'll go forth and I'll stir it up and I will deliberately hold myself in vibrational resistance to my own expansion. And so I'll have a lot of struggle and a lot of pain and a lot of grief. And when others look at me, they'll feel better about their lives. None of you said that. What you said was, I'll go forth and I'll come to new awarenesses and I'll feel the vibrational difference in the newness, but I'll find a way to focus until I make it my own vibration. And when I do, then manifestation will come as demonstration, as actualization, as manifestation of the thought that I've been holding. But it's not just the manifestations that are your indicator. It's not just those vivid demonstrations that we want you to focus on. It's the emotion in the moment, because the emotion in the moment is literally letting you know what pathway you're on. And the way you feel lets you know how you're going to feel when you get there. So let's say that you're disappointed in something. Doesn't matter how it came about. Maybe somebody told you something, maybe you observed something, but you're feeling disappointed about it. And as you begin to feel that disappointment, you've got 17 seconds to head it off. Esther said to a friend the other day, there's something I need to tell you and I've only got 17 seconds to do it in. So listen up. You've been saying to us for a while something that sounds a little bit like, Abraham, I've jumped out of an airplane. I have no parachute. What do you think I should do now? And we say, hang on, it'll be over in a little bit. Because there's a momentum that is underway that there is not a likely action that you're going to find that's going to change the direction of your free fall. So a similar thing happens when you get this thought momentum going. So let's say that you have this thought, and with this thought comes this feeling, but you're not queued up, you're not determined yet, you're not really wanting yet to maintain control of your thought. And so you just let the thought unfold. And as it does, you add more to it. Law of attraction actually adds more to it. You begin to remember other things like it. And now you're off and running. And now you've crossed the 68-second point, and so it seems logical to you that you should call someone and discuss this with them. And you know exactly who to call, don't you? You know who to call. So you call that person who lets you vent and who often has insightful, equal things to say in return. So now you've really got good momentum going on this unwanted thing. We just want to point out to you that that's what carving that pathway is. I'm going to open the pathways to things I want by talking about them in a way that feels good to me when I speak about them. And I'm going to let those pipelines that are leading to things I don't want just close up from neglect. And it is our promise to you that through those pipelines, through those vibrational pipelines, will come all manner of things to surprise and delight you. First thing that comes is emotion. Emotion is the first manifestation. We want to call emotion a manifestation. What could be realer than that feeling of love, or that feeling of appreciation, or that feeling of passion, or that feeling of worthiness or eagerness or clarity? What could be a more tactile, visceral demonstration or manifestation than the emotion that is rippling through your body? Are you willing to call it a manifestation? We don't care. We're calling it a manifestation. Emotion is the first manifestation that lets you know the direction of your thought. And it won't show up immediately. You have to be sensitive to it. In other words, if you wait until the momentum's really going before you recognize it, now it's harder to stop. So we're suggesting that the sooner you catch the momentum of a thought, so that you know if it's a thought that you want to perpetuate or cease, whether you want to turn the other cheek. Jesus had a really good idea. Whether you want to give your attention to it and therefore perpetuate it, or whether you want to withdraw your attention from it and cease your vibrational and subsequently manifestational relationship with it. Clear, isn't it? It's so clear.